The Minnesota Vikings got their guy. They maneuvered in the NFL draft to pick up an extra pick, and they got a backup quarterback. Let's talk about it. The Minnesota Vikings needed to find a backup quarterback, and they got their guy. You've been paying attention over the last couple of weeks. You know I've been talking about Sam Howell from the Seattle Seahawks. And guess what? They got him. They traded down a couple of times in this draft, and they picked up some extra capital. First, they went from 97 to 102 to improve their pick 187 by 45 picks. Then they flipped that to the Seattle Seahawks for Sam Howell and pick 172. So essentially, they got a 30-pick decrease in that trade to get Sam Howell. But in reality, they actually went up 15 picks in order to get their backup quarterback. That's some impressive maneuvering by Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, who has been reluctant to trade down in the NFL draft since that 2022 draft when it kind of ended up being a disaster. But this was great. They needed a backup quarterback, and they got one in Sam Howell. Howell is the perfect type of backup quarterback. He's got a good arm. He's got relatively solid pocket presence. Well, we'll talk about why it's also not relatively solid in a minute. And he's got the ability to run and create on his own. At one point, he was projected to be the first overall pick in that 2022 NFL draft class, and he got to start an entire year in Washington. Here's why he's a backup quarterback. There are times where he just takes too many sacks and holds onto the ball too much. He needs to work on processing. He needs to work on letting the game come to him instead of trying to force it. And he took way too many sacks because of it. Now, he's going to Kevin O'Connell's QB rehab, which rehabbed Sam Darnold and theoretically rehabbed Daniel Jones. And he's also had success with like Josh Dobbs, and he also did a lot with Nick Mullins. So now it's Sam Howell's turn. Plus, you can feel relatively okay giving the ball to Howell if McCarthy has to miss a series, miss a game, miss a couple games, and the offense should be able to continue to function without it. Plus, you're not paying it much. Sam Howell's contract is relatively small, and you pair all that with, it's not going to cause a distraction for JJ McCarthy. This is his team. This is his job. This is just a great move by Kwesi Adofo-Mensah to make it happen. And they ended up with an extra draft pick. The Vikings are in a great spot, and it's really exciting to see everything come together. We're going to have a lot more later this week on the draft and how these picks are going to end up manifesting with the Vikings. I'm Tyler Forness with A to Z Sports. Skol Vikings.